On the DS5 today, they're starting from 4th on the grid. There's Ken Urata, Masahiko Ida, also competitors last year. Great to see them all. Nice sprightly up and pretty much flat out here. Let's look at the starting grid while that happens. Akid Asli, Mark Darwin with that 2:27.742 to be on pole. Abdul Katir, Laiwi Singh in second. Taekyun Bun and Desmond So on third on the grid. Nasfi Saad and Kifli Othman, great partnership there in fourth. That's row 2. Row 3, Ken Urata and Masahiko Ida, and Brendan Paul in sixth position. William Ho. We're all moving up to attack speed, and those red lights are going to go green. And they do, and the 2019 Malaysia Championship Series is underway. Now that looks like Mark Darwin has dropped down the order. Something has happened to our pole position sit-up. That is a bit of a change indeed. Everyone taking it nice and easy into turns 1 and 2. It might be a drier circuit now. Nobody wants to get caught up. Now I can see that off the start, but lost a lot of ground. Now in these night conditions, here at the Sepang International Circuit, and down into 9 and 10. Has just taken second spot from Abdul Katir Mohammed. That was the number 23 car. So a great move there, and that would mean that should be Taekyun Bun and Desmond So up front. Lightning start from them if it is. And as you can see, no Mark Darwin to speak of so far. Looks like they've started it up again, but they're going to be very, very far behind now. Only car in the pits right now. Well, that's a big story, a very big story from one of the most consistent finishers from last year in the pits. And we've just heard that the track temperature is 30.4. It's actually pretty low for being at pit lane speeds. There should be Akid Asli in that car first, which means Mark Darwin will come in after the actual pit stop. Once again, between the 25th and 40th minute, that will be called. If I can tell you now, it'll be open from 9:15. About 12 minutes from now, the pit window will be open. And one of the signature sights for the Malaysia Championship Series is a slew of cars coming in now as they start lap 4. Once again, our standings. And second driver's getting ready because that pit window is now 5 minutes away from opening. Respecting track limits, but both of them are under investigation by race control. So Angeline Lee getting a lot of quick lessons as to the MCS. 1, in controlling the car, but 2, that's the other thing you don't get in an EMCS simulator, race control. I'm sure now that they've heard that, they'll be adding it. That, meanwhile, on your screen is Brendan Paul moving up into S production this year in R engineering and doing very well indeed, topping that class right now. There he is. He was in a much smaller car last year, a Suzuki Swift. And that just goes to show there is a ladder within this championship for these drivers. And it looks like he is enjoying the extra power he's going to be getting from that bigger chassis, that bigger powertrain. Possibly having to deal with a lot more over and understeer. Suzuki Swift's notorious for gripping tracks very well. These big saloons, as you can see from the roll there at turn 15, they have a little bit of a harder time getting around there, but a lot of fun. Drivers love it. Taekyun Bun and Desmond So still topping the... So she's, of course, conceded the lead now to Ong Chi-yong. Adam Khalid should be getting in. The SIC racer should be getting into that Dream Chaser, high rev Dream Chaser car. But not just yet. He's not in the pits yet. that is, of course, the best strategy, to hang out on track for another lap or two and then try and engineer a quicker pit stop than your competitors and possibly come back with greater track position. Now, that is Brendan Paul on the inside. That's actually lapping Nasharuddin Abdul Aziz. Brendan Paul, so far looking like the MVD, the most valuable driver. 3 seconds between them. So the pit window, while it's open for 5 minutes now, it's going to be shut in about 10 minutes. So not that many options these guys have. They're all going to have to come in at some point. Brendan Paul himself is going to have to come in at some point. But as you can see there, leading from Ken Urata, Masahiko Ida, and Paul Fun and Leon Ku, who were embroiled in that battle with Leona Chin earlier. But of course, being in a different class, it was actually Leona out on her own of drivers. Or whether it's just handling themselves in races. There were a lot of incidents last year. One thing that has to be said about the Malaysian Championship Series, with all 5 of these rounds being run at the Sepang International Circuit, it is, of course, more subject to the very variable weather patterns you can have up here. And I remember one of the rounds last year, it was in fact race 2 of round 2, was an absolute downpour in the middle of the race for 6 laps, so strong that there were cars literally flying off the track. These touring Lee, the other ex-MCS commentator, I should say, currently in 27th, but what a story, 2 big stories. Mark Darwin out pretty much from lap 1, but also Adi Rahimi Rashid topping the SP2 class. Really good stuff. Now, of course, that's a different lesson he's going to have to learn. Got to keep it calm now when you're in the lead. Can't be throwing away leads. Well, we've just heard that the first real punishment has been dished out, and that's for car number 57. It's going to be a stop-and-go penalty. 41 seconds for Benny Tai and Chok Kei Jun. That's really going to put a dent in their 3rd place. Well, it's actually not going to take a dent into them, because I actually got that completely wrong. It's not. It's a 41-second penalty. And while we are celebrating right now this fantastic performance from Adi Rahimi Rashid, we should also be looking at the 2nd place. He's some 20 seconds off the lead now, which he had in Sport Production 1. And we've just got confirmation that that was, in fact, the Kagani Racing Swift of Chok Kei Jun that was in the gravel pit. Car 57, the latest addition to our list of retirees. Now this should be, yes it is, Ken Urata and Masahiko Ida. Masahiko will be behind the wheel of that car right now, topping the Sport Production 1 class, and you just saw there, 25 seconds behind them, Brendan Paul. Good start for him in this new class, was racing in MTC last year. So, I don't know, just a lot of great stories that could evolve from this for these guys. And it looks like with 20 laps completed, that SD1 Racing are going to be taking the first win of the touring production season. Well, a bit wide there from Masahiko. Out of turn 14. Not really under threat. It's only 25 seconds ahead of Brendan Paul right now. 6.5 seconds the lead in touring. And let's have a look at the final results. There you go, confirmation. Desmond So, Taekyun Boon with a 1:01:50.032 to get top spot. R Engineering takes 2nd and 3rd. through Lai Singh and Keith Lee Offman's drives. William Ho in 4th, Ken Urata in 5th. Leonid Chin with that good win for MTC in 6th overall. Zuraimi and Ahmad Tamimi in 7th. Ong Chi-yong, Adam Khalid in 8th. That's also MTC. Paul Fan and Leon Koo take us up. So Paul Fan, Zuraimi, Mustafa, Ahmad Tamimi, and Ken Urata and Masahiko Ita, the 3 winners, with of course Ken Urata and Masahiko taking the win for SP1. Tom HH, the SIC head of track and sporting, giving out the prizes for SP1. Good to see our podium girls, grid girls out there, first of the season. And it's just gone past 10 o'clock in the evening now. Congratulations to all of our S Production 1 race winners. May they do well in race 2.
Thank you, Mrs. Zhang, and congratulations to all the winners.
Can you come here? First place. All right, good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. With me right now is the winners for the SP1 category, car number 55, R-Works Racing Team, Ken Urata, Masahiko Ida. Kumbawa, gentlemen. So, how does it feel winning the first race for round 1?
Yeah, I didn't expect this portion. I was mistaken when I start, but still nice, good pace. And then my co-driver Ida-san also good drive. Yeah, it was happy.
All right, gentlemen, congratulations once again. See you for tomorrow's race. Back to you, Jivan.
Well, it's great words there from our SP1 winners, and they'll be looking.